Today is a momentous day. Today, with this 250, marks 25% of my 10k journey being complete. Now, I never thought that 25% would feel as small as it does right now, because knowing that I still have 30 more of these to do is a daunting task. But let's get to Marksman. Marksman, I'm not going to sugarcoat this one, is bad. It is not very enjoyable to play, and it doesn't really play well either. It's got a significant level of clunk to it that most of the 250s I've done up to this point do not have. For the gear, it is pretty much the exact same as my Wild Hunter, except for the emblem in the secondary, so I'll just slowly go over these. I tried to recube this for 2-line drop with Violet cubes. Easily a big mistake, because now I've got this, and I've got to merch it off and get a new drop ring, which kind of sucks, but it shouldn't be terribly difficult. No pendant slot, or no, not a pendant, no pocket slot. I did not get enough charm. I was right there at the very end. I was using every charm drop and every charm potion I could get my hands on, but never made it to 30. My second pendant slot expired this morning, so this would be my EXP pendant. And then Matt's crossbow, which, again, thank you, Matt. I cannot thank you enough for loaning me this crossbow for these last two 250s. It has proved itself invaluable in getting me through these levels. I'm still waiting on a DMT for these. It should be soon. God, I hope it's soon. There is usually one in December, so it should be pretty soon. But I'd like to get those at least to like 15% stat for the future. And then really the only different item, a 15% attack secondary and a 6% damage emblem. There's one thing to note for Marksman. While I do say it's bad, it is an incredibly strong class for low funding. It has really good base damages on its abilities, just the abilities themselves aren't that great. For the V Matrix, easily the best part of Marksman's kit, and the part of the kit that makes the rest of the kit look like absolute dog shit. Split Shot is easily 10 times better than Marksman without Split Shot, and the fact that it has a 50% uptime just makes it feel so dependent on Split Shot to do anything. Surge Bolt, it's okay. It started to feel better once I understood you're supposed to just hold the key down while using Snipe instead of holding this and tapping Snipe. It felt a little bit better. Obviously Max Holy Symbol because you need the XP, and it's the best. Max Guided Arrow because Guided Arrow is really good. Decent speed infusion, and the only boost nodes you need: Final Attack, Snipe, and Piercing Arrow. Those are your mobbing skill, your bossing skill, and additional damage on all of your abilities. Pretty much all you need. Fury of the Wild, it was useful, but how it works, it only attacks when you're attacking. But while grinding to 250, if I was attacking, the mobs I was attacking died. So it was either hitting 1 or 2 mobs or no mobs at all. So it felt really clunky. Vicious Shot, just for bursting elites. True Arachnid Deflection, because it's just extra mobbing you get for completing the Sfara questline. Rope Lift, because up jumping, it's okay, but I like the consistency of Rope Lift for Spirit Savior. Character building, because you always want this active while you're grinding to 250. It's just additional EXP. If you don't need the V Matrix slot for a damage node or something, this is obviously what you want to have. And then the other tri-node, Freezer, High Speed Shot, and Net Toss. I mean, you really only need Freezer and High Speed Shot. The third one there is just a placeholder, and since I rolled Net Toss on both of these tri-nodes, I just kept it. Through the entire 250, I never once used Perfect Shot. I used it once when I got the skill just to see how it worked. But outside of bossing, it is almost entirely useless. It's not beneficial to use for a mobbing skill, and killing elites is already fast enough with Split Shot, Surge Bolt, and Fury of the Wild that you don't need this. Now, for 200 to 210, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You got below the cave or eastern cave path. I chose eastern cave path since it's usually less traveled and less popular. And this is where, if you're doing this, you will learn split shot is so much better than piercing arrow. The rotation is, quite honestly, just turn split shot on and then just jump and snipe. And even now, 250, and I really don't like this class, but I just can't bring myself to hate split shot. It is so goddamn good. It looks good, it sounds good, and it's amazing. But then, when split shot's off cooldown, you kind of got to do like these weird short hops. Because if you flash jump and attack, piercing arrow is going to miss every single one of these Lanterner does, and it feels really bad. Now if you do have a Lucid Soul, I would just drop it on the side so you don't have to walk all the way over here while you're clearing, but really that's your clear. When split shot's up, the EXP is amazing. When split shot's down, the EXP, it's not amazing. And that's going to be the trend for this character. It's like, when split shot's up, Marksman, solid. When split shot's down, Marksman, ooh, trash. But this is where I got to 210. And 210 to 220, let's teleport to Chu Chu. Chu Chu Island. The Slurpy Forest Depths is where I did it. I tried the Dealy Bopper Forest 2, the one with both the Apple Wolves, because it seemed like a really good map. Just, 4 flat platforms. Pretty easy. But I just wasn't able to get around the map fast enough that it was competing with Slurpy. So Slurpy is the best choice here. Alright, let's see if we can find a map so I'm not KSing anybody. Don't want to be that guy. Oh boy, it's still popular for the Terra Burning and the Breakthrough. Oh no, I hope we can find a channel. Alright, God bless, there's one open. The rotation here is twofold. There's a rotation that I used for like the first 15 levels, which felt fine, and then a rotation I used for the rest. The first one, I set Lucid here when piercing shot or when split shot was down, and then I just jumped down through the layers and attacked to the left as I went down, and then just teleport back up to the top and let Lucid clear what's behind you. This rotation is fine, but I kind of got tired of having to hit the portal every time because it required more attention. Oh, and then when piercing shot, or not piercing shot, split shot is on, you literally just stand down here and attack, and you can just attack left and right, and it will clear practically everything in the map, because split shot is just so damn good. But then the second rotation was just a little bit simpler. I would put Lucid up here instead, and Arrow Illusion right here to pull everything towards Lucid. And then Lucid would attack the platform she's on and the platform behind her, and then I would just jump and attack these bottom ones. It required less attention, it got a little less EXP per hour, but it allowed me to watch something on the side. For 200 to 225, or in this case until 230, because I actually enjoyed this map. It made Marksman feel good, and I was kind of hopeful after this one that it would get progressively better, but it went downhill. It didn't get better. Occupied Dance Floor 1. This map's really, really good for Marksman. It's really good for a lot of classes, actually, now that I'm using it more and more. But the rotation is pretty simple. When split shot is off cooldown, you just jump, and you either use high speed shot or surge bolt to clear that platform on the right, and then you just jump to the left, clearing as you go. Let me just cast stance so I'm not getting bounced around. Just keep clearing. When Lucid is on cooldown or off cooldown, just set it there. And then again, high speed shot or surge bolt to clear that platform. And you just jump yourself in a circle. I'm getting a bit of lag on my end, so I'm not able to flash jump attack properly. But you just jump yourself in a circle. And then when split shot is off cooldown, you just stand here in the middle and, like Pathfinder, attack left and right, except unlike Pathfinder, it's even better, because split shot kills things all the way on the side of the map sometimes. It depends on where the arrow ends up hitting, how long the skill can go for, but it is insane EXP here. And that's why I stayed until 230, because this is actually better EXP than CLP, which is where I stayed until 250, up until I was able to fully one-shot in CLP. But then, obviously, as I said, the next map, Cavern Lower Path. I really wanted to avoid Cavern Lower Path as much as I could on this because I am spending a lot of time on these 250s in CLP. But you just can't really escape it because with Frenzy, it is a really, really good map. So my rotation here was, I would drop Lucid Soul over here because I'm never really attacking this section. And then you just jump into the river, and you jump attack, and you just down jump through. Now you're not getting all the way to the left of the middle platform, but at most you're missing out on 2 to 3 bombs. So it's not really that bad. And then when Split Shot is off cooldown, you jump yourself over here to the side, put on Split Shot, and you just hold down your snipe key, and whoo, God, Split Shot feels good. Oh, nice elite timing. Didn't get to experience the full joy. But that's pretty much the rotation for this map. It's really, really simple. However, I did try a bunch of other maps to break up the CLP monotony, because I was getting really tired of looking at CLP on this character. So I tried out this map. And if you've ever done a Nightwalker, this is going to feel really, really simple, or similar. Lucid Soul would go here in the middle, and I would throw an arrow illusion here to drag stuff to the Lucid Soul. And then you just down jump, turn to the left, attack, attack, turn to the right, attack, attack. And it's pretty okay. It's about 2 mil per second worse than CLP rates, but if you really want to get away from CLP, which after 10 250s I needed a break from CLP, this is pretty good. Now, you can go to Sfara. I wasn't strong enough to do it, but MTS2, so I'll show off the rotation as well. This is a good map for Marksman. However, it's pretty reliant on your Lucid Soul being able to one-shot, and as you can see once she attacks, I am very far from my Lucid Soul one-shotting. But the rotation, Lucid Soul there, True Arachnid Reflection if it's on cooldown on this side, and then Split Shot's off cooldown, so I'll show the off Split Shot cooldown. And then you just jump yourself in a circle through the map, piercing shotting as you go. Rope lift up, jump through, clear the map, do that until Split Shot is back off cooldown, in which case the rotation becomes even better because Split Shot is just really, really good. And here Split Shot's off cooldown, you just jump up to the middle, snipe left, snipe right, and then just down jump, snipe left, snipe right, snipe left, snipe right, rope lift back up, snipe left, snipe right. And this is insane EXP. Like, even without Lucid Soul one-shotting, clearing this map with snipe like this was way better EXP than CLP. Like, almost 6 mil per second better. But since Split Shot doesn't have 100% uptime, it's not reliable as a training method. And my CLP clear when Split Shot was down was significantly better than my clear here when Split Shot was down. And that's really my biggest problem with Marksman. It is so heavily reliant on Split Shot to be a good mobber. Bossing wise, it feels fine. The rangefinder mechanic is okay. I don't really like it. I wish there was some sort of indicator because it feels like half the time I'm hitting 800 mil lines with my snipe when I'm at max range, and then other times I feel like I'm at max range and I'm only hitting 500 mil lines. I don't know if I'm just like missing a buff and not noticing it, but that's a significant DPS drop off for just being like a pixel or 2 off. But that's fine. Reckless Hunt is a really, really good toggle. 30% crit damage is absolutely insane. It feels great, but if you forget to toggle it on, you're gonna feel like, what the hell's happening? Why am I so weak? Or at least I did, because I'm a dumbass and didn't notice half the time that it wasn't on. But I'm glad Marksman is over. I'm truly glad. This is the first 250 since 0 that I have been this overjoyed to finally be done with a class. Like, all the 250s before this, I kind of felt bittersweet finishing them, but to be honest, I am very glad to be done with Marksman. And I haven't felt this way since 0. It's just, this is not the class for me, unfortunately. I came into it with high hopes too, because like my very first 250, my Shadower, I had never really played Marksman past level 200, so I was kind of excited, you know, venturing into the unknown. Unfortunately, this unknown was just a brambly forest full of misery and sadness. But then you had a really bright ray of hope here with Split Shot. Hopefully, I'm really hopeful, like, with a 4th V skill, or potential buffs somewhere, maybe a mini rework, that they could alleviate some of the split shot reliance that this class has, but I'm not very hopeful on this one. For my next 250, I'm debating it currently in my head. I have my Luminous prepped and ready to go. She's been prepped and ready to go for my last 4 250s. I've kind of been putting her by the wayside because other things have taken priority. Or I have my Dual Blade, which is prepped and ready, but I don't know if I want to follow up the disappointment of Marksman with the expected disappointment that Dual Blade is going to bring me. But I will be the one to make that decision, and you guys will find out in the next video how that decision ended up. But I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions about my grind for 10k Legion, grinding as a Marksman, or just playing Maple in general, feel free to ask in the comments below. I'll respond to any and all questions you guys have, and I hope you liked the video. See you next time.